Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack information, find those surprising insights, and maybe some shortcuts to help you feel, well, truly well-informed. Today, we're diving into something I think resonates with a lot of people. Anyone who's felt that passion for teaching phonics, maybe even dreamed of starting their own program.
Right.
But then there's that feeling, right, of being overwhelmed, maybe a bit unprepared, always scrambling for resources. If that sounds like you, you're definitely in the right place.
It really is a common situation, isn't it? You have this powerful desire to teach kids these fundamental reading skills.
Yeah.
But it just crashes into the reality of, well, the lack of structure, the lack of support and training sometimes, especially for something specific like phonics.
And it's not just new teachers either, is it?
No, absolutely not. Even experienced educators can feel a bit lost when they step into a new area like this.
That's a really great point. And today we're looking at a complete system, something designed to really change that whole experience. We're talking about the BrainPad Phonics Teacher Kit. And this deep dive is specifically for you. Maybe you run a preschool looking to, boost your curriculum. Or you're a dedicated tuition teacher.
Or perhaps you're just starting out, an aspiring teacher taking those first steps.
Yeah, or even someone thinking, hey, I could teach phonics right from my living room.
Yeah.
We're really talking to anyone who feels that little bit of uncertainty about, say, formal training, or is always fighting the clock, or maybe doesn't have a huge budget for materials.
You see it all the time. Passionate people, small schools, they want to offer good phonics teaching.
Definitely.
But the hurdles, the cost, finding good training, getting consistent materials, even just figuring out where to start, it can feel like too much.
Yeah, insurmountable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we're exploring today is how BrainPad really tries to lower those barriers, make effective phonics teaching much more accessible.
Great. And let's be clear about the core promise right up front. This kit, it's positioned as a genuine shortcut. It's built to get you teaching phonics confidently without needing tons of prior training or a massive investment in physical stuff, books and charts and all that.
That's the idea, getting you up and running effectively, quickly.
So let's really start to unpack what that actually looks like. Before we jump straight into the BrainPad solution itself, maybe we should spend a bit more time on those challenges, those pain points that so many teachers know all too well.
Yeah, let's set the scene.
I can almost picture it, that feeling of just not being sure, maybe feeling a bit unqualified, staring at a blank page, thinking, where do I even begin?
Right.
And then you hear all these terms, blends, like BL and blue, digraphs, shit in ship, CVC words, cat, dog.
The schwa.
Oh, the schwa, that lazy vowel sound, like the A in about. For someone new to phonics, it can feel like, well, alphabet soup.
It really can, and it leads to that question, can I actually teach this correctly? A lot of people say exactly that. I've never done a proper phonics course. Can I really teach it? There's a real fear there.
Fear of what? Getting it wrong.
Yeah, fear of teaching something the wrong way or, confusing the kids. So what happens? They spend hours online. Searching, finding scattered bits, maybe free resources that are inconsistent, or sometimes way too advanced. And ironically, they end up feeling even more confused.
Okay, so that uncertainty, what does that actually do to your time, your planning?
Oh, it eats up time like you wouldn't believe. We're talking hours every single week.
Yeah.
Gone. Just on lesson prep.
That last-minute scramble.
Exactly. Frantically looking for materials, sifting through YouTube, Pinterest, maybe even those WhatsApp forwards people send.
Yeah.
And then often having to create your own worksheets, your own slides, just to have something to use in class, it's exhausting.
Utterly draining.
It creates this huge mental load. We hear it all the time, teachers spending evenings, maybe 2, 3, 4 hours a week just prepping, often late at night. And this constant need to create content yourself. It usually means the teaching isn't very connected, there's no real flow. Each class feels like its own separate thing, not part of a bigger plan.
And what about the emotional side? The pressure, the self-doubt?
That's huge, too. You want to look professional, sound confident.
Of course.
But without a really clear, structured plan, you worry. What if parents ask detailed questions about your method? You feel flustered. And then if the students don't seem to get it right away, that can really shake your confidence. You start thinking, is it me? Am I doing this wrong?
That makes sense. That self-doubt comes directly from not having a solid method to lean on.
Precisely. Without that structure, it's incredibly hard to feel genuinely confident. And then there's the money side of things.
Right, the costs.
Good phonics training courses, they can cost a lot, thousands sometimes.
Plus materials.
Books, flashcards, charts, it all adds up. And you end up buying from all different places, so things don't always match up in quality or approach. It's frustrating.
So it feels like you're stuck in this loop. Plan the lesson, explain the concept, find practice activities, check if they understood, try to spot who's struggling, re-explain.
All by yourself.
All by yourself with never enough time. It's that feeling of, it's all on me. That's the stress that really burns people out, isn't it?
Absolutely. That mental load is just colossal. Teachers feel like they have to be a curriculum designer, an instructor, a content creator, and a data analyst all at once.
Leaving no energy for anything else.
Exactly. Often they're too wiped out to properly review how students are doing or address individual needs just because the prep work took everything out of them.
Okay, so if any of that sounds familiar, if that resonates with your experience, this is where we start talking about the solution.
Right.
Because this deep dive isn't just about listing problems, it's about looking at a complete system built specifically to tackle those pain points.
Head on.
Exactly. The BrainPad Phonics Teacher Kit. The whole idea is to get you teaching effectively in, like, days, not months, and help you build a really professional, even profitable phonics program that actually feels good.
It's framed as a real paradigm shift, moving away from feeling like you carry the entire weight to having an integrated system that supports you. So should we break down the components? Maybe start with the foundation, the ready-made PowerPoint lesson plans?
Yes, let's do that. Because the core problem we just talked about was that planning stress, the uncertainty about the right sequence, and that big question, I haven't done a course, can I actually teach this without getting lost?
So the clever thing about these BrainPad PPTs is how they directly address that. They're not just slides. Think of them more like your personal teaching script or guide.
Okay.
Each presentation lays out the exact words to use, clear examples, the logical flow for every single concept, which means you don't strictly need prior training.
Really?
The kit essentially teaches you as you teach your students. And the impact on prep time, they estimate it cuts it by about 90%.
90%? Wow.
You just open the file and teach. No more endless searching or creating materials from scratch.
Okay, the practical side of that is, well, it's massive. Imagine the confidence boost, just having a proven structure ready to go.
Right. It builds your professionalism even if you're brand new to this.
And the cost-saving aspect, too. No need for those expensive courses or buying piles of books and flashcards. It's all digital. It's integrated. It means you could start a really professional phonics program with almost zero setup cost.
It's about making it sustainable and impactful from day one, building a solid teaching practice.
Okay, component 2. This sounds equally important. The gamified phonics app for students.
Yes, this tackles another huge frustration for teachers.
Yeah.
Retention. The kids forget what I taught them in class.
And they forget it at home.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
All the time. Teachers hate having to repeat the same things over and over, and parents often ask, how can I help them revise? But the teacher doesn't have structured stuff to send home.
And often the parents admit, I don't really know phonics myself.
Exactly. Or they say, my child's schedule is packed, there's no time for extra practice, and as a teacher, you can't physically sit with every child to give them that reinforcement they need.
The struggle is definitely real there.
So this is where the BrainPad app comes in. It's designed to completely change how practice happens. It offers revision that's actually engaging. Kids practice the concepts at home through fun, game-like levels.
So it's not seen as homework.
That's the key. It's like giving each child their own personal tutor, one they actually want to use. And here's a fascinating point. They say just 6 to 10 minutes of play on the app each day
Just 6 to 10 minutes.
is equivalent to about 45 minutes of traditional classroom learning in terms of reinforcement.
Wow, that's efficient.
Very. And it's designed not to be an extra chore. Apparently, kids become independent learners on it within days, which often surprises parents.
So the parents don't need to hover.
No need for parents to teach or supervise the phonics practice at home. You can picture it, right? Mom's busy making dinner, and the child is nearby, happily playing and learning on the app, totally engaged. Plus, the app ensures sounds are taught correctly, proper pronunciation, sequence examples. It takes that pressure and guilt off parents who feel unsure about phonics themselves.
That sounds like genuine relief for everyone involved.
Okay, component 3. The real-time teacher dashboard. This goes straight after that issue of not knowing who's really getting it.
Right. That feeling of, I don't know which students are actually improving, or maybe I just don't have time to manually track scores and figure out where the gaps are.
And the anxiety that can cause before parent meetings. not having clear topic-specific proof of learning.
Yeah, I can see that. So how does the dashboard help you, the teacher?
It gives you instant insights, like really actionable information. You get a clear, real-time picture of how each student is doing and also how the whole class is grasping specific topics.
So you know exactly who needs help.
Exactly. Who needs help, what they need help with, and when it's best to step in.
Does it automate the tracking? That sounds like a huge time saver.
It does. It automatically tracks attendance, how much they use the app, their scores, their mastery level, all without you needing to manually input anything.
That's brilliant.
And crucially, it flags the students who are falling behind. It identifies those learning gaps really early on, so you can adjust your teaching based on actual data, not just guesswork.
And walk into those parent meetings feeling prepared.
Totally prepared, confident, with undeniable proof of progress right there. It lets you teach smarter, not harder, freeing you from all that admin.
Okay, and the final piece you mentioned, parent visibility, built into the app itself.
Yes, cleverly integrated. Think about those constant parent questions. What did my child learn today? Or maybe unspoken doubts. Is the teaching actually working? Parents naturally want to see progress.
But providing that constantly can be another burden on the teacher.
A huge burden. So the beauty here is transparency. It builds trust automatically.
How did that work?
Parents can simply open the app on their own phone and see exactly what their child has achieved. Completed levels, scores, any trophies they've earned, even where they stand on a class leaderboard, which kids find motivating.
Ah, so the information is just there for them.
Exactly. That direct access means teachers don't have to constantly send out reports or explain concepts again and again or field those individual daily queries.
That saves so much time and energy.
It really does. And it builds trust almost instantly because the results are right there, visible, consistent. It removes those doubts parents might have because they can see the progress themselves.
So it builds confidence all around for the student, the parent, and crucially for you, the teacher.
Absolutely. So if we just take a step back for a second, look at the big picture. The overall effect of this BrainPad kit is pretty profound.
It's not just about teaching sounds and letters anymore.
No, it's about actively building confident readers. It's about fostering that enjoyment of learning and boosting confidence not just for the students, but for you as the educator too. It really aims to transform the whole teaching environment.
So practically speaking, day to day, BrainPad isn't just a set of tools.
Not at all. Think of it more like a dedicated teaching assistant, one that really lifts that heavy load off your shoulders.
How so?
Well, you deliver the lesson, right, using the guided PPTs. And then the system, the app, the dashboard, it takes over. It handles the ongoing practice, it checks their understanding automatically, and it pinpoints any gaps.
So you teach it once.
You teach it once, and the system works behind the scenes to make sure that learning actually sticks.
That relief from that constant feeling of too much to teach, not enough time, or it's all down to me, that must be huge.
That's arguably the biggest benefit. You're not carrying that entire weight alone anymore. You're teaching with a system that supports every part of the journey intelligently.
Meaning you're freed up.
Freed up to actually teach, to guide, to connect with the kids, and, enjoy seeing them succeed without getting bogged down and burnt out by the sheer volume of everything else.
Wow. Okay, this has been a really insightful deep dive into the BrainPad Phonics Teacher Kit. If what we've talked about today, if those challenges sound familiar, if that solution sounds like something you need, if you're ready to go from feeling overwhelmed to empowered, from unsure to confident, well, the next step seems pretty straightforward.
And low risk.
Exactly. We invite you to start your free trial. See for yourself. There's no risk. They say no upfront cost. Just the potential for real results and a totally different teaching experience. To get started, to unlock this teaching assistant we've been talking about, the instruction is simple. Just reply, Teacher Kit now.
And maybe just a final thought to leave people with. Imagine, just for a moment, what your phonics classroom could be like. Every student isn't just learning, they're actually excited about it, motivated. And you, as their teacher, you feel completely confident. You feel supported. You feel free from that daily grind of prep and tracking. What could that really mean for your students' futures? And honestly, for your own well-being and passion as a teacher?
That's a powerful question to consider. It really gets to the heart of why we teach in the first place. BrainPad Phonics. Empowering teachers, transforming students.